Guys, Robin here with AriesFireTarot. Welcome to my channel. Daily tarot card reading here for you for Sunday, January 17th. And I have the good tarot in my hands, and I'm going to do you a nice reading today. So it looked like you had a little bit of a spike, you know, over the weekend. Friday looked really energetic and positive, and then it was like you kind of embraced the flip side of that energy for Saturday. So let's see, you know, if you guys were able to resolve anything. And anyway, let's just see what's happening. This is for all Zodiac signs. So, you know, anybody can watch it. So, yeah, anyway, thanks, guys, for being here. And I'm just going to jump in because sometimes I'm the worst talk show host. Sometimes I'm so smooth, and then sometimes I'm just not. So, I have two tarot spreads in front of me. I'm going to go with the second one, and it says, what is the current energy of the day? So let's have a card from the good tarot. Ooh. Okay, so I'm getting words right away. As soon as I flip a card over, my spirit guides kind of jostle for position and say, this is what you should say. All right, so, oh, it's really like, wow, silence. Okay, so I pulled the Magician card for you guys. So, okay, I'm being like kind of flipped back to yesterday's reading. So there was probably something, like I saw kind of a deep sorrow happening yesterday, and there was probably something for you guys to reach into and grab. And as I'm looking over to the side here, and I'm closing my eyes, and I can see that symbol of infinity that was in the reading from yesterday. And there's just sort of an infinite wisdom that you guys were meant to touch yesterday. So all of your moods happen for a reason. All of your thoughts happen for a reason. You might not always know in that current moment. But the Magician, like, he wants you to remember, you know, there's something that you guys need to remember. You might want to reflect on what you were thinking about yesterday that was making you so sad. I said something about memorabilia. There's something very powerful. It's like there is a secret there for you with the Magician. Okay, so let's keep on pulling cards here, you guys. I'm getting the impression that some of you could have written a letter to somebody else or written a note to yourself, or there's a journal or a diary. And in the process of removing whatever item that is causing you sadness, and in the process of putting it away somewhere, I think you're going to discover something else, which is why you were given the advice from Spirit yesterday to put something away. And it wasn't so much so that you could put it away, it's so that you could find something else, either in the drawer or the storage bin or something like that, or something is going to jog your memory, and something else will be revealed to you. The Magician card and the Ace of Earth, this is like creating something and then accepting wealth and abundance. I mean, how many of you have a box that hasn't been unpacked yet, or you've got a junk drawer, you know, that you haven't looked at in 16 years? There's some sort of secret key in that. And I pulled the High Priest yesterday, which has 2 keys in it. Huh, you guys could really stumble across a hidden treasure somehow. You've got the Tower card, so it is going to take going through this depth of emotion. to get to that next step, but not in the way that you typically would. It's not so that you can accept your shadow self. Hold on for a second, guys. Okay, so the reason is so that you will find something else that matters. And I really feel like some of you are going to find like a safety deposit box key, or like a bank balance book. What do they call them? Like a bank passport or something like that. There's something hidden away and forgotten that you guys could stumble across, that could really increase your wealth factor. And it's going to come to you through this sort of tower energy, where it's going to take that sadness and finally trying to put something away, like not just bury a memory, but be at peace with it. And then having to, like, maybe you're going to rearrange your furniture. You're going to find something, you guys, like really, really significant, that could possibly change your life with this Magician card and the Ace of Earth. So your emotions could really wildly vacillate. You could be feeling so torn and upset from that energy that I was getting yesterday. Have this tower moment where you're like, oh, I can't stand this anymore. I just really have to regain my composure. It's time for me to let this memory rest. And then you'll have this burst of energy that leads you to a burst of activity, which is going to either bring back a memory that is going to inspire you, or again, you could stumble across something that has monetary value. That's fascinating. How many of you people are like changing your furniture around right now and look under your couch cushion, please. You could just find a little bit of money too, you know. Isn't that the best thing ever? Like when you put on a jacket that you haven't worn for a while and it's got a 20 in the pocket. That is like the best thing in the world. Well, I mean, it's up there. So very interesting cards here for you guys. And I pulled 2 cards. So you have the 2 of Air and the 9 of Fire. So these are both in their own way saying, you know, take a break and really observe what's going on, okay? So the 2 of Air is like sort of being caught in a limbo of indecision. It's got this really sort of graceful back and forth. It's almost like when a really tall, beautiful tree sways in the wind. So you're like, yeah, I could do this or I could do that, you know. And then the 9 of Fire asks you to look at everything that you've been through and build upon that before you take your next steps. It's also very laden with stars, so it's got a really gorgeous energy to it. So there is something that you could find, and it could be like, oh, this is tough what I just saw, you guys, what I just heard from my spirit guides. For those of you that had somebody pass away, you could find a note that, you know, somebody in your family had written just with words of encouragement, you know, or an old list they made, or a letter they wrote to themselves and never sent. Like, it's just something very inspirational that I'm seeing for you guys to discover. And it's going to come as a result of feeling all that, like, really, like, desolate, you know, that really, you know what it's like to miss somebody to the point where you feel like your ribs are going to break when you're crying. It's going to be that tidy up after that leads you to this inspired message or note or safe deposit box key or sum of money or something that is going to be very soothing. And it'll put you in a place where you'll probably be able to pivot your life around a little bit. You know, with that 2 of Air, and you could feel a little bit just sort of in another world, you know, just really in that vacuum where you're not sure what to think, but you know that your life has changed irrevocably, forever. I'm gonna pull one more. Wow, this is profound. Oh, Six of Water, you guys. This is the energy of something coming back into your life, and look at her face, you know, and you might be able to see something as if it's happening. You know, when you look back and you have that memory, you could find somebody's handwriting, or, you know, and just for an instant you're back there and you're in that dance of time, and then it'll go with that Six of Water. Wow. Wow, you guys. Amazing. And it'll be a beautiful moment, and it'll probably be heartbreaking and ecstatic and everything. So really enjoy it when it happens. All right, guys. I'm going to wrap it up and send you guys love and light. Many blessings. Bye for now.